Everyone, welcome back to the Fruity Show. And I have some just major news for everyone about this cow that I love called Gail Chord Schuler. Now, ever since the government shutdown happened and the food SNAP benefits stopped, this woman went from uploading once a week to once every day, sometimes twice. all of this that you're seeing right here has mostly been within the past 2 weeks. All right, I've watched some of these. One of the funniest ones was that a chimp out happened, and I'm not going to tell you what a chimp out is because well, let's be real. You can probably already tell that's some 4chan saying that Gail was tricked into believing was a real thing. And, well, we're gonna honor some of the most memorable victims of the chimp out. Not only that, today she uploaded a video called Can't Use Three-Dimensional Warfare. It is 57 minutes long. For Gail, this is an insane amount of freaking out. And you know what? I'm just gonna watch one of these, and then I'm gonna give you a play-by-play afterward.
Okay, I'm going to have a heart-to-heart talk with my followers. Basically to try to impart to you some of the wisdom that I have acquired by going higher dimensionally. I do believe that Brent and I have gone past the 4th dimension, and we're now going into the 5th in our existence, as we evolve to deities. As a result of going past the 4th dimension, that's one of the reasons I think I'm getting clarity about the whole universe picture from the past and getting clarity about the future, because the 4th dimension is time. Okay, so Brent and I probably have pretty good clarity about the past, present, and future events because we have evolved as deities. I think we are now going into the 5th dimension in our evolution. I'm not sure what that dimension is. But I know the 4th dimension is time, and I believe we have evolved past the 4th dimension. The reason I'm making this video is...
The reason she's making this video is because, you know, us three-dimensional beings like you and me, we don't understand the concept of time. Or maybe according to her, time doesn't exist, and me and you are all just in this little fractured reality, and you know, she can visit us whenever. And you know, maybe my whole life is just like some photograph, and I'm not even talking. Maybe I'm being manipulated by the Jesuits right now, according to Gail, but that doesn't matter. All that matters is that she gets to talk to Brent Spiner and go on these wild rides about claiming all these things about the Jesuits and whatnot. You know, the Jesuits, they're totally real. They're not, they didn't go extinct during the Middle Ages. No, they run the world. And I'm not talking about that protected group at all. No, I'm not. I'm talking about the Roman Catholics, of course. A sect of the Roman Catholics. The Jesuits. Who wouldn't be?
because I need to warn my followers that we cannot win this war with Satan and his forces with three-dimensional thinking. Okay? This is what they expect. They expect you to respond three-dimensionally because as humans you are three-dimensional, unless you're evolving to deity like Brent and I are. I personally do not think that any other humans on this planet are evolving to deity besides me and Brent, simply because Jesus just newly acquired this ability to create deities, okay? And he and his dad, frankly, is pissed with him about a lot of things, okay? They love each other, okay? But they are not in agreement on free love. The dad feels that free love cannot be practiced in righteousness, balance, and health. Jesus feels that it can. Okay, that's where they are in disagreement. But they are in agreement on just about everything else. But in Jesus' attempts to convince his father that free love can be practiced in righteousness, balance, and health, he has bombed his past 7 Earth projects. He described it to us as crashing cars, where his dad had to give him a new car. Now, what's really interesting, if you all remember the interdimensional mite disaster where God the Father almost destroyed our universe and we all would have died. Yeah. The big question that a lot of humans were thinking, God is mean. Why is he doing this? Like it's not our fault that we have the interdimensional mites. Well, we had a conversation with the god Buddha about this right before. Well, let me kind of backtrack a little bit. On April 4th of that year, 2024, if you remember, we had a solar eclipse. Okay, I think it was April 4th. And Brent was getting in a conversation with the god Buddha. And Buddha was sipping tea and being calm, as he usually is, right?
This is just how it goes with Gail. Sometimes she's on these massive schizophrenic rants. Like, do you even know what she's talking about? I'm pretty sure she's talking about, becoming a godlike figure of some sort, as if she already didn't think she was already. I'm not quite sure how her brain works fully yet. I got a good friend, buddy of mine, you saw him in the last video, Booty Bob. Every time I watch one of these videos with him, even one of the shorter ones, it takes over a full hour for us to get through 10 minutes of it, just because we have to pause and unpause to decompile what the hell we just heard coming out of this woman's mouth. What I'm hearing is she wants to become God, right? That is Gail's ultimate want and desire in the universe. She doesn't want to be the Antichrist anymore. Who wants to be that? That's a stinky poo-poo kind of thinking. No, Gail wants to become the next God. Who doesn't want to be loved and revered as much as God? I mean, she already has her own followers. She has her own spaceship, according to her. Yeah, that's right. I said that. The Church of Gail. Some Star Trek-ass spaceship up in... hovering above her. God, how much of her life is based on Star Trek and how much of her thinking is based off of Star Trek? Who knows? But after these messages from our beloved sponsor, we are going to look at another Gail video.
Wilkins Wonderland.
Come to our extensive feedback this. We have all the most extensive wide and services available. Our Goblin Sludge vendors are top-notch. You will not find anywhere else with better Goblin Sludge.
Wilkins Wonderland.
This I can guarantee with 100% certainty there will not be a more fun roller coaster for you. So try this one for free.
Wilkins Wonderland.
You groove on with your goblin moves on our dance floor. It is bumping for everyone. Oh, look how packed it done be, bitch.
Wilkins Wonderland.
Our big bug paying you has the friendliest bed bugs around. You can just pet them all day long and they won't bite your head or give you scabs at all.
Wilkins Wonderland.
So come on down to Wilkins Wonderland for the best experience guaranteed fit. Trust me when I say this, nothing is better than Wilkins Wonderland.
Hey, well, I've got all these sore spots all over my fingers. I'm inhaling some sort of gas or something from these bombs they're dropping that I think is putting either allergens or chemicals right into that goes into my blood and then travels into my, I guess, fingers and extremities and creates pockets of some sort of toxin, Yeah, I think they're using some sort of interdimensional technology to make the pockets worse, make them last longer.
Despite the ability to record on camera and put together this little video, for some reason, every time she has an edited video like this, or almost every time, the chicken video, yeah, and not just the chicken video, but the hood mentality video, those are pretty well edited together for Gail. But lately, for some reason, this style of video, her mic's always awful. She's walking through some, who knows where, I'm gonna guess some kind of storm. She lives down in that area where it rains a lot. There's a lot of wind. I think it's Tampa Bay. Not really sure, but whatever. For someone who claims to be the Antichrist, she can't edit a video like this very well anymore. And that's going to be surprising given another video she's made, or several styles of videos she's made in the past that I'm about to show you.
My HDD hard drive was about to crash, and it was making that noise. And I've had several external hard drives, they were all HDD, okay, that crashed in the past year. So I'm getting used to knowing how they act like when they're about to crash. Well, one of the things that happens when an external is about to crash is you will start hearing rattling noises coming from it. And yeah, I've noticed that it'll make strange noises. Yeah, so if you're hearing any strange noises coming from your hard drives, that's especially if it's kind of like rattling and a really loud rattling or a squeal, you better back up your data right then and there. That's what.
Yeah, you're hearing this right. Gail, since I last made a video, she became a tech schizophrenic. I don't know what brought this on. Actually, I know damn well what brought this on. She got rid of her phone, because, all Wi-Fi is Jesuit mind control. She doesn't have a computer with a Wi-Fi chip in it, because that could be Jesuit mind control too. She doesn't. It being the Antichrist, she can't have her mind controlled by the damn Jesuits and all that. So that's why she's only using LAN cables hooked directly up to her router. And you gotta wonder, wait, she has a router? Doesn't that mean she has Wi-Fi? Let's not question that too much. That's us being Satan's minions. And I don't really know how to summarize just the past 2 weeks alone with Gail into one video in the slightest, right? I could make a daily video, multiple daily videos about this woman, about one video alone from her, and I wouldn't be able to keep up. She just, right now is a wild time for Gail Chord Schuler, just solely because of the way of how frequently she uploads and what she's uploading about. I know the government shutdown in the U.S. has been hard on a lot of us. I don't like to get into politics, but let's just be thankful, ladies and gentlemen, that you're not Gail Chord Schuler, and that you don't have to have the Jesuits on your mind 24/7 because you're an Antichrist against Satan.